What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Community AI Only Battle. It has been incredible so far. There has been a lot of action, and things are still heating up in Europe. I didn't notice this previously, but Austria are actually at war with the Papal States. Like, they're at war with everybody. But yeah, I said they would go after this city. It would be easier for them. Probably a good idea once they pieced out with Belgium. Obviously, they took the former Prussian capital, which is great for them. If they can take this city as well, they're going to be looking pretty strong in Central Europe, and Europe seems to be giving rise to a few very powerful civs. The Moors seem pretty strong, but at the same time I would be worried that this city is going to cause a war with Belgium. The Celts are doing okay, and obviously they're in Britain, which is like a safety thing. They're not going to get destroyed anytime soon. Papal States, on the other hand, suck. Don't worry about them. Ignore them. Byzantium look pretty good, but like I've been saying, that could be the only issue they face, is just moving units around in time. Could be a problem. They are very spread out, and obviously the Soviets have sort of fallen away, but Austria, if they can get out some wars, which we've seen them peace out with Belgium and the Soviets, might be able to keep themselves alive, and the longer they stay alive, the better for them. And the Huns as well, out here in the east, are doing pretty well as the race to kill Persia goes on. Japan just declared Belgium v Korea doesn't matter, but Japan going after Korea, and Japan now have caravels, which means they'll be able to send a little bit more over. And with Korea fighting Qing too, this is going to be a difficult time for Korea, but I'm sure they might be able to pull through it. Who knows? Okay, so Texas are about to take the former Sioux capital away and probably put themselves in the driving seat in North America. However, the Iroquois are trying and are doing okay. If the Iroquois go after the Aztecs, that's where they could be okay. The problem is the Aztecs have sent most of that big army they had over here. Stalin just pieced... Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. I think we should just press F to pay those respects for the Soviet Union mod AI. I said this city was going to cause the Moors problems, which of course the Papal States pieced out and gave to them when they probably shouldn't. And now the same thing has happened again, because Stalin just gave 12 population Leningrad to the Moors. I mean, there's no way the Moors are going to defend this. I assume Austria or Byzantium will take it one day in the far-fetched future when they're not busy elsewhere. I don't see Stalin capable of doing it. Maybe Attila? I don't know. Attila is probably the leading candidate to take out Moscow. I mean, the only logic I can see to this from Stalin, and also that city did just fall to Austria. There you go, you can see that there. But the only logic to that is Stalin is thinking, if no one's going to attack the Moors, they won't be able to take Leningrad, which means they won't be able to kill me. I know, that's the only way I see this working, but the problem is Attila's going to come from this way, buddy. That ain't going to work for you. So, yeah, that is the USSR throwing away even the slightest hope they had of still winning this game is now gone. Korea is actually doing very well, and obviously Qing's army is tiny, apparently. What the heck happened to it? Very spread out still, and all the way over there, almost in Europe. Problem is, Korea have got that decision. Do they go and try and defend the city of Jeonju here, or do they go after Peking? I think they should take Peking. It's bigger. Texas have now taken the former Sioux capital. Oh, big war in Europe. Just when you thought things might settle down a little bit, Byzantium and Austria, southern Eastern Europe v Central Europe there. Korea should probably take this city because it's bigger, and actually they are probably going to be fine here to defend Jeonju. But the thing is, obviously if they do lose this city, it's a foothold for Japan to attack in the future. It's going to be a lot easier for Japan in the future to attack if they do get some land. But I think Korea might be the sort of... Oh my goodness, the Iroquois army just got a lot bigger. The problem is they're attacking through all these little strips of land. That's never going to be fun. Byzantium, are you... Okay, they might just go straight for Vienna, and Austria may not have enough to hold this off. They're going to rely very much on the mountains to save them here, because they've got a few units, but it's not this. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. There's still so much going on. The Shoshone have now taken this city back. The Iroquois are still trying, and the Sioux are holding them off, as you'd expect, given the position they're in. And Polynesia with musketmen, so they are still leading the way technologically, despite not being necessarily the largest of empires out there. Korea is now another. I've got to be honest. You really have got... Japan has put a lot of units on your peninsula. It is now or never if you're going to take Peking and do well. Maybe win the game, stand up to Vietnam, whatever, because Vietnam is looking scary, by the way. This is terrifying. People who like shiny things the most. Belgium have got the most money stored away. People who have no money are the Celts the Aztecs, the Mayans. Apparently I have money. I don't know how that worked. Maybe we took some on the submarine with us. No, I assume we're not on that list because we haven't started making any. There is a weird settling pattern here. India have a settler in Sri Lanka, and Korea have a settler off the coast of India. I assume that is gonna... I mean, the only sort of reasonable assumption I could make is why did they not go for some Indonesian islands, which is the same as what I would have said to Samoa. I mean, look at this island here. Plenty of resources. Would have been good. But, yeah, Korea probably heading for the Arabian Peninsula. That is my best guess. The fight for Persepolis rages on. I think Africa is... There's fighting going on, but there's no cities going to fall anytime soon. Polynesia just declared war on the Sioux. They won't do anything, though. Texas should probably take the city back again in a short period of time. And Byzantium is coming. Austria. I'm kind of rooting for Austria. Because, you know, basically whoever holds Königsberg, that's who I'm rooting for. Because Prussia died. And obviously I said it would be cool to see the Soviets. At least they'd been taken out by someone worthy of winning the game. But we've seen that Stalin is beyond not worthy. It's all down to you, Austria. It is down to you. And if Byzantium takes out Austria, then we'll start rooting for Byzantium. Which, I mean, a lot of people... I think seeing a good Byzantium would be cool. So I'm not going to be against that idea. The Moors, that's what they're called, do have a fairly big army. They have their unique units, the Grenadine Cavalry, and they do have another settler. I mean, they can maybe put it here. I assume they could. There's space, so I don't know why not. South America, there is still, same as last episode, there's stuff happening, but it's not leading to a change in the balance of power, per se. Okay, Korea is now heading towards Madagascar, aren't they? That's where this trireme is. That is probably where Korea is heading. How is the war in the Korean Peninsula? Oh my goodness, okay, I think Korea is going to die here. I think they're going to lose Seoul as well, which is bad. Jeonju will fall, then they can bombard anything that gets near. Well, not until the resistance goes, actually, but either way, Qing is returning as well, or just built new stuff. Yeah, probably more likely they've just built new stuff. And Vietnam seems to be moving maybe their troops a bit to the north. I would be worried, very worried. Okay, yep, India did settle on Sri Lanka. They get this wonder. Surprised, I mean, the benefit of this, I guess they need to build boats here and in Mumbai, and then from there take Mombasa from Kilwar's former city. That will at least give them control of India, because Vietnam is looking scary again. They already have all of basic... They're pretty much China right now. Or actually, no, China comes all the way up here. What am I saying? They are a big chunk of China, though. And they also have Southeast Asia under their control. And maybe they'll go for the Indonesian islands. But we did see Japan take Jeonju. Korea, I don't think any of these are melee units. I might be wrong. I'm not sure what the Hwacha is, so I apologize. But yeah, it looks like Japan is going to maybe just take out Korea altogether here. If they get Seoul, Japan will be looking scary. Vietnam won't be so terrifying for now. Texas once again taking the city of Hunkpapa. This city I believe has changed hands more than any other city in this game. Königsberg could be the only other exception to that. That has changed hands a lot too, to be fair. And the race for Persepolis has not even led to a siege. Gandhi is now the only one trying. Attila, as good as triremes are, you really don't need them anymore. I would delete these and save the money. Samoa has peaced out with Assyria. Surprised Assyria didn't give anything away. It wouldn't surprise me. Anything's possible. Anything is possible. Okay, so how are you doing, Vandals? I haven't really given you much. What is Rhodesia doing here? They're still here. What are you doing? Okay, and yep, the Shoshone took it back again. The Iroquois failing still. It's just not going their way. What is going on over here? No idea. No idea. Celts, you don't want Ireland, or Iceland for that matter? I mean, there is some resources here. There's some marble and some dye. You don't appear to have either of those, so, you know, that would probably help your happiness. Okay, there is some wars going on. We should probably look at this. Mongolia and the Papal States peaced out with Assyria. And Vietnam declared war on Stalin. That's not going to matter. And the Soviet Union. Belgium as well. Luckily for them, Belgium won't be able to get over there. That is worrying. Austria has held off Byzantium so far, Byzantium are in a good spot right now. They just need to keep an eye on Attila, who is obviously, as we've seen, pretty preoccupied. Mongolia hasn't left here yet. Their army's still here. Qing have sort of tried to rush back. This is the most interesting region right now. Like I know the city keeps changing hands over in Texas Shoshone War, but we will ignore that because that doesn't matter and focus on this interesting region. Because if Japan was to declare war on Qing right now, by the way, they could take Peking, and that would be really interesting. Like Japan could take all of this. Oh, what are you doing, Japan? Did you just peace out? Why did you just Why did you just stop? You're doing so well. That's not. Yeah, it looks like Vietnam though is about to attack Qing. So you know, Japan, you probably should be doing a bit more here. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, you're doing well, but you could be doing better. You know, could be doing better. Look at Polynesia, by the way. Look at them go. All these musket men. It's looking good. Something is going on. This isn't good. I'm not gonna click anything. This is not. Something big must have just happened. Probably the formation of the World's Congress. It would be earlier than usual in this game because Polynesia is in it. They'll be able to find everyone quite early, so that's probably why the game is frozen right now. Hopefully, that's a good excuse. I don't know why they would have met Ethiopia last, but apparently that's probably what just happened. So yeah, it should fix soon. I mean, I know it's not like normally if it's like a crash and it's broken, as always, I can't move the mouse around, so it should be okay. We just gotta wait it out. I'm sure the box will come up very soon. Obviously, it's gonna take a while, just because we're in this. What am I trying to say? We've just got all these civs on this big map. It's gonna take a while to load up, but it's all good. No need to panic. But okay, come on, game. There's no need to panic, and there's need to panic. Come on, hurry up. No one do anything. I mean, okay, game. Oh, there we go. Took its time, but the World Congress has been founded. Let's have a look. Yep, it was founded by Polynesia, as we would expect. Make a proposal. I do embargo city-states. Yep, thank you. Last series, it didn't let me have that option, which was really annoying. I don't think it was Ethiopia. I think it was just the turn after. Samoa have declared war on Ethiopia. Not sure that's the end of the world, Ethiopia, but it's happened. Rhodesia, what are you doing? I think they're trying to go after somebody. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. There's so much going on right now. Oh my goodness. What is this? Why is there so many notifications all of a sudden? There is hundreds. That's ridiculous. I would miss a war. Okay, the Huns v Austria. That is interesting. Not that anything will come of it, but it is interesting. And the Moors v Ethiopia. Again, not the end of the world for them. Wait, what? Oh, and Korea did take Peking. Eventually. They got... Oh, and Qing took it back again. Yep, well, that was short-lived. Rhodesia versus... There are so many notifications right now. The Huns have peaced out with Syria. And they also... Did you settle 2 new cities? Yep, no, 1 new city. Okay, well, either way. That is something they did. Rhodesia versus Ethiopia. Well, you're perfectly placed, Rhodesia. And, yep, your units died because they were too... Burundi is having a go, though. And to be fair to them, they might be able to do it a little bit better. But, yeah, Japan has fallen back here. But even if they do fall back, they've got this city. It's going to be easier to take Seoul in the future. Korea wasted their efforts. They took Peking, only for Qing to take it back. And it seems like Vietnam is going to take out Qing at some point in the near future. Austria have peaced out with Qing and the Zulu, because that was obviously their biggest enemies that they needed dealing with urgently. That was definitely the war they could have done with piecing out of. Okay, there. Assume this is something to do with the World's Congress. What was the other thing proposed? Banning of cotton. Are you serious? Of all the cool things you could have done, you decide to ban cotton. That's remarkable. Okay, Europe, what are you doing? Okay, the Vandals are attacking Mali over here. We haven't really looked at Mali recently. They've sort of slowed down a little bit after that costly war in Nigeria. But that is going to be it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.